Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Coob coming to you with a Photoshop tutorial, the first one of the year. So we got lots to talk about. First off, we're in Phototech, and I'm taking my mask off so you can hear me a little better. We are in your classroom. So this is where we're going to be doing most everything through today. So let's just kind of get going with the first assignment, first tutorial, and we'll talk through this. So we got your instructions here, your selection tool. We will always have your tutorial, which is a nice little looking doc right here that I'll try to keep updated with. And then we have the parts, which you are going to download because it's going to tell you that, and then kind of an idea of what its final product should look like. So we're here. What's this say? Step 1, download the Veggie Chef Parts JPEG. All right, so we're going to go here. This is kind of tricky, actually. There's no download button. What? Click on your little stoplight here. Have to open in a new window. And now there's a download button. All right, and it's automatically going to go to here. So we're going to go click here, open Photoshop Elements 2019, Photoshop Editor. You can click Open, and on this PC, it went to the download. So we have our Veggie Chef right there, Veggie Chef Parts. We're going to file name Open. Oh yeah. And then what I like to do is kind of make sure we just have both of these open here, so you can push Alt Tab or Command Shift depending on what you are on. So we're going to go back and forth between our tutorial today and this. So step 1 was to open it into Photoshop Elements. Ooh, let's say 2019. 2019, woo! All right, we're going to save it. Last name, first name, file, save as. We're going to say last name, first name, caps lock, and that's going to be all of that good stuff. Let's put a capital K there and save it not as a JPEG. We're going to save it as a Photoshop, which is a PSD. So that makes it much more fancy. What I want us to do, guys, is going to be kind of nice, is if we go here in Documents, very important step, Documents, New Folder. So we're going to have a folder that your last name, first name, as well, for you to save all of your things in this class, just so that way they're all on the computer in one spot. All right, so we did that, save the work, and we would save often. This is not Google Docs. It's not a Google platform. It does not save automatically. All right, we're going to put the pupil berry on the eye carrot using the elliptical marquee tool. All right, so we're going to go over here, click here, and you can tell down in this area that says elliptical marquee tool, and then we're going to go elliptical. Let's zoom in. So if I pushed Control plus, that's going to zoom in, and then I can scroll over here. And then what did it say? I forgot already. It says hold down the Shift key, and then to make a perfect circle, and hold down the Alt key. Okay, Alt, Shift, click in the center, center. Now what? We're going to use the Move tool to drag the blueberry on top of the carrot. Move tool, because that's what it looks like. And drag and put it on top of the carrot. Okay, you can put it anywhere on the carrot you need. It doesn't need to be perfectly centered, but it can be. Okay, select, deselect. So there's the select, and you can deselect. There's the Control D option, or my favorite is the escape. Push the escape button. All right. And I think that's all I got for this short little clip, and we're going to call that good. So next step is going to be putting the carrot and the blueberry on the melon. All right, so now step 3. Let's see, I got mouse here. All right, step 3 says put the eye on there. We're going to use the elliptical marquee tool again to select the entire carrot with the blueberry on top. All right, so let's see. Alt, Command, Tab. Where'd it go? And Alt, Shift, and I'm on the move tool. Alt, Shift, Center, and do that. It wasn't quite perfect, so I want to move it a little bit. Then we go to the, what's it say? It says we go to the move tool to drag the melon. Move tool, drag the melon over here. All right, scroll down. Control scroll actually does horizontal side to side. So you can use the scroll button on your dealio on your mouse. Okay, we're gonna make it and go like right there. I think that looks kind of fun. Maybe Control minus to spread it. And all right, move tool. Don't deselect yet. Important. That's why I bolditized it. All right. Hold down the Alt key since we're on a PC. We're always on PCs this year, so let's get rid of that. That seems like it might be a little confusing. So Alt key to drag the carrot to the top right. Here we go. There we go. Alt. Whoop. Oh, look at that. It's like he's looking over at that. We're going to go like that. He's looking off to the side. Maybe we're just going to. Oh, let's do that. All right. I'm going to do something. We're going to, let's see, I'm going to scroll down a little bit and I'm going to rotate and flip the selection horizontal. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a step 7 to kind of have a little bit more fun with it. I'm going to take it, rotate this, and then flip horizontal just because I want them to be cross-eyed. Oh, yeah, that looks great. Okay, so now we're back to 3B. We're holding down the Alt key. We did that. Now push D. Now deselect escape, or Control D, or select deselect. All right, step 4. We're going to use the magic wand tool with the nose, the pear tomato. The tolerance needs to be set to like 50 or 60. Let's see what it does automatically. We're here. Quick selection tool. Go down to the magic. Tolerance is like, we're going to go like 50-ish. Let's see what 55 looks like. Do that. Scroll up here. Ooh, almost. Didn't quite do everything. So we're going to hold the Shift key and click in the unselected region, and then it should be able to do the rest of it. So Shift, click, and perfect. All right, I'm going to use the Move tool. Oh, that's nice. Except for I think it needs to be a little bit bigger. So then it makes it look a little bit more cross-eyed. Boom. Very nice, very nice. Yeah. Now the kiwi on the face. Use the elliptical marquee tool and the move tool to position the kiwi. All right. So we're going to go here, elliptical marquee tool. I'm going to hold Shift. No, Shift is circle. So I'm just going to do Alt because it lets me do it from the center, but not a perfect circle. All right. We got a kiwi mouth, and I like it. I'm going to go to the move tool, and all right, I think make it whatever size you want. Okay, deselect. All right, the chef's hat. We're going to use the lasso tool to select the mushroom, zoom in to see the edges more clearly, click and drag around. So just the lasso tool for the mushroom hat. All right, here's the mushroom hat. We're going to go to this lasso area and make sure we're around the regular lasso. Okay, I'm going to just kind of draw around. Whoops, bumps. All right. Oh, I messed up. If I've gone around, can clean up the selection by holding down the Shift key, and then to add selections and to add Shift, remove is the Alt key. Get rid of the option here. Alt. So hold down Alt because I messed up. There's a little minus sign showing up on my lasso. I'm going to circle that spot where I made a bump, and that's good enough for me. All right, so we got to move the This guy, move tool, we're going to move the chef's hat on top of the veggie chef's head. Zoom. I think it looks a little bit more fun. Maybe we can make it a little twisted off to the side because he has cross-eyed. So let's make it a little bit more fun. All right, Alt-Tab, switch back to our tutorial. Once you've done all of that, clean up around the edges, move tool to put it in position. We did that. All right, step 7, add the bow tie pasta below the head. Again, we're going to use the lasso tool. And then we're going to use the angular lasso tool after a second. So bow tie, first using regular lasso. I might zoom in a little bit for this one. All right. Oh, I didn't deselect. Push escape to deselect, otherwise it won't work. And I'm just going to go like this. Instead of wasting time doing that, we're going to just kind of make it go short. Let's go short on this side, long on the other side. And then we go like that. And boom. All right, finish the loop, finish the lasso. So here's the hint. We're going to use the polygonal lasso tool to do shapes. So shift button adds, alt minus. So we're going to add on the side because I didn't do that, but it does little sharp edges. So we're going to go bloop, 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 just like that. And then we got to close our circle up, and it gives you a little O. All right. And if you did what I did over here, it's all minus. We're going to click here, and then we're going to subtract all that extra stuff because I selected too much, but it's polygonal, so it lets us do straight lines every click. And then click, 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 and then complete the circle, and it shows you that little O. And voila, done. All right, the bow tie. Scroll and move and scroll and move. Scroll and move. I think that's too big, so let's make it a little smaller. Oh, it's a cute little bow tie. All right, are we good? Okay. Okay. Once tie is selected, move and drag into position. Deselect. Add the ears, the grapefruit. We're going to use the magnetic lasso tool. And this ends up being a lot of people's favorite. So we'll go back to the lasso, magnetic lasso. And you can change a bunch of this cool stuff, but we're not going to worry about that. All right, what did I say? All right, control, scroll. Let's use scroll left and right. So we're going to do the inside of the grapefruit. And so if you move nice and slow, it's going to be smart, and it's going to click around the color in between the white and the color. And it is a computer, so it's still artificial intelligence, so it's not completely intelligent, but that's as good as we got. All right, so we're going to do that. As you drag, periodically click to anchor the points, make it nice and slow. We're going to use the move tool again. All right, but that doesn't look like an ear. That looks like a sideways something. So we're going to take this and choose image transform, free transform, image transform, free transform. But it gives you this little bounding box that allows us to change everything up, which is the same thing that already was on there because it's doing it automatically. So I like to do it this way because this looks kind of like the ear lobe. So again, once you get that one in, you're great. Enter this transformation, and you push OK or enter to select that, and then you can move it without it there. So we got our ear right there. Don't deselect it yet. We want to make a copy, again, using the Alt key and Alt, and we're going to copy it and drag it. Make sure it's in the right spot, because once you move it, it won't be able to be undone. All right, here we go. We're on 8C. This is the little trick I did with eyes to make them rotate. So we're going to rotate, or we're going to choose image, rotate, flip selection, and we're going to go like this. So image, rotate. We're not going to flip the whole entire thing. We're going to flip just the selection. Or flip it horizontal. All right. Move this in there. Maybe take this little guy and rotate it a little bit. So then we have their ear lobe down there, and he looks beautiful. Push the green check mark or enter, and we're great. So starting on the eyebrows next. All right, eyebrows, radishes. We're going to use some fancy things. This is a little bit more detailed, but this is, again, every next one that we use ends up helping us out more. So we're going to go, here's a radish right here, rectangular marquee tool. This is one of my favorite ways to get pictures off the internet. Just select the whole thing, and when there's a lot of really hard edges that you don't want to use the loops or magnetic or magic, we can do this. We're going to grab the magic wand, hold down the Alt key, because remember that subtracts the white area, subtracts things, and then we're going to just delete the white area. Alt, there's the minus sign, boop. Okay, so that was a little much, so I'm going to undo, Control Z. Let's redefine the edge a little bit lower. Alt, and a little bit more, a little bit lower, because if I went way too much, watch what happens. Alt, it gets rid of way too much, so I don't want that much. I want probably down in the 20-ish range. There we go. So I'm getting all of the details. And now we take the move button, and we're going to do that. Transform, free transform, just like we did before, and make it go nice and around that. All right, radish should be selected, did all that good stuff. You make a copy by pushing Alt, that we did before, push OK first, Alt, we got 2, oh, that doesn't work. Flip it horizontally. So remember how we did that? We went image, rotate, flip selection, because it's just the selection. And boom, now we can move it this way, and I think it will look better. No, we don't want him to be mad. We're going to make him look a little bit silly. All right, is that right? Zoom out. How does he look? He looks quite silly. All right. Used all of my fruits and vegetables, and now everything's good and should look like this, either with black or with white. So we're going to crop our image now. Where is that? Modify. Crop tool. And you take your little bounding box, make it smaller, and it should click to the edges, and then we want to make it nice and centered, and we have that. And push OK. And now our whole entire thing is there. Okay, cropped your image. It is done. We're saved. Push Control S or push save right there. That's beautiful. Next step is going to find a body for you. Put your chef's head on, place your body, and kind of go and have some of this fun stuff. All right. Is that it? So we go to File. Now that we saved it as our Photoshop, save as our Veggie Chef Parts JPEG, because if it's not a JPEG, I can't see it on Classroom. Save it. Image quality, it doesn't need to be a super high, so it can be a low quality for this one because it's just a tutorial, and we are good. Okay, so if I go to my files and look at the File Explorer, and I look at my documents, and I look at my name, I have a Veggie Chef photo, and I have a Veggie Chef JPEG. So then we go back to Classroom, and you would do all of that, and instead of seeing all of these, I would see your personal Veggie Chef thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, and that's the selection tool Veggie Chef.